Chris with HospitalOnlineMarketing.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the who's, whys, what's, and where's of hospital blogging. So one of the first questions I get when I work with hospitals on building their blogging strategy is why? Why should they build a hospital blog? Remember, blogging is not the same as the copy that's on your website, and nowadays patients know. They view your website as marketing and PR related copy, yet blogging, which is more informal and it gives insights into things typically that are not found on your website, this is a little bit more compelling for patients to look at. Plus, it's more interesting. The casual conversational tones of blogs, much more interesting for patients to really look at. Plus, as I always talk about, the whole concept of social media marketing in hospitals is to extend your brand through a variety of different sources online, the concept of being everywhere. Blogging allows you to extend your marketing to reach out to these other website properties like blogging platforms, and that gives another chance for patients to find you when they're seeking out information from different sources. Now lastly, blogging is a great way, if you do it right, to link back to authoritative, relevant content that's actually found on your website. So who should be blogging? I believe that blogs are best executed by authoritative figures at the hospitals. We've seen a lot of success with Paul Levy and other CEOs of hospitals blogging about what it's like to run their hospital. This is not only a good way to communicate with internal employees at the hospital, but also to external stakeholders. Also, if you could get doctors involved in your blogging strategy, not only will this help you to further strengthen their brand in their medical specialty, but this is a great way to engage potential patients who are seeking out specialists just like them. One thing I do frown upon, though, is blogs that are ghostwritten by marketing and public relations departments. Really, people that are reading blogs are savvy to the conversational tones, and if blogs are starting to become ghostwritten by marketing, it becomes apparent, and patients stop reading them. So what should a hospital be blogging about? Well, if you're a CEO or other executive at your hospital, talk about what's happening at your hospital. Use it as a way to communicate to employees, but remember that also external sources like the media may pick this up as well. It's a great sounding board to discuss what's happening at that particular hospital. Now, if you're a doctor, obviously talk about things that are relevant to your area of focus or specialty. Patients like inside baseball discussions. When you're talking about the latest techniques, the latest ways to medically treat people, when you discuss this in an informal setting and make it interesting, patients really like that. I've also seen a lot of success with hospitals allowing their patients to blog about their experience at the hospital. So keep in mind that blogging is an informal, great way to communicate, but also remember, make it interesting. So now let's get to the nuts and bolts. How? How should you be blogging? Well, specifically, you need to set aside some time every week to blog, at least once a week, if not 2 to 3 times. Keep the information relevant to what's occurring in the news of that week or things that are occurring in your community. Remember, you want to keep your posts short. Make sure the conversational tone is interesting, it's relevant, and it's informal. And always make sure that you link back to something that's substantiated on your hospital website. Following this blogging strategy and making sure that you find your voice, which takes time, this is a best successful way to ensure that your blog is going to be read by many people. So that gets to where you should be hosting your blog, the final question. And really, hospitals approach this in 2 different ways. Some of them host the blog on their own website, and others host it on an outside platform, like a blogging platform such as WordPress. Now, there are pros and cons to each approach. Let's look at hosting it on your own website. First of all, by doing so, you do have a consistent look and feel. It ties into your overall branding. It also can contribute to your search engine optimization if you do it right. And lastly, hosting it on your own website allows you to control patient comments. But this is a positive and a negative because many patients look at content that's on a blog that's moderated in that way as maybe being marketing and press release copy. And also remember, hosting it on your own website gives patients only one place to find content about you. And this goes against that era of the destination website being over. And that's why a lot of hospitals approach blogging by putting it on an outside platform. See, when you blog on an outside blogging platform, patients tend to see this as more authentic. It gets read more. That content is seen as less controlled and more honest, more authentic. Also, it gives patients another way to find you. Remember, they're not just coming to your website, they're going to many websites to find information. So blogging on an outside platform gives them a second way to find information about you. And also, if you host it on an outside platform, you can become very targeted and very specific, and that dramatically increases your search engine optimization efforts. But the negatives are, you do lose control of those patients' comments, and you do lose control of the branding. So whichever way works for you, remember the pros and cons. So I'm Chris Boyer with Hospital Online Marketing. We've been talking about the different ways that you can blog as part of your hospital marketing strategy.
Thank you.